In this video, we're going to be finding out about a brand new privacy cryptocurrency that is doing something quite remarkable that I don't think any other cryptocurrency manages to do, certainly not a privacy focused one.
I invested £25,000. Today, that investment is worth £5 million.
Say hello to our hero, the Hydrogen Energy Release Optimizer. Limitless power, zero emissions.
NordVPN is becoming more than just a VPN. Threat protection will guard your device against malicious websites, malware, trackers, and intrusive ads, even if you're not connected to a VPN server at the time. Step up your cybersecurity and stay safe.
Hey, Andrey, thank you so much for making yourself available. I shall come to you in a second. Before I do that, I want to ask people to come and subscribe to me at bit.ly/CryptoRichOdyssey. I post all my videos there, including the ones that are far too controversial for YouTube. So please, 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 if you're subscribed to me on YouTube or watching this on YouTube, come over to Odyssey. Also, please follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, and join my official Telegram announcements channel. Hey, Andrey, also known as Crypto Zoidberg.
Hey,
yes,
how's it going?
It's very, very well. Thank you so much for making yourself available. You are one of the team at Zano, Zano, and I'll have all the links in the description below. And Zano is a privacy-focused cryptocurrency. It's a privacy cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
But it's stakeable. You can stake it.
Yeah, it is. We managed to build a hybrid consensus model, which include proof of work and proof of stake. And yes, you can stake and get some little profit and help to secure the network.
Yes, yeah. And for people who don't know, the problem with staking for a privacy cryptocurrency is the risk of compromising the privacy, because it means that somebody or the code needs to know what's inside the wallet in order to give out rewards. We'll come to that in a moment, right? Do you want to give us a bit of the history of Zano? When was it launched? What is the tech it uses?
The history goes really back in 2013. Originally, I was working on the project that was later known as CryptoNote, and we launched it, also CryptoNote or Bitcoin. We launched it in 2014, and immediately after we launched it, Monero made a fork. It's created a fork that's now known as Monero project, and I also separated myself from CryptoNote. I quit the team and started my own project, which I called Bulberry. And then after that, I decided to make a deep refactoring of the core, and we did a really long research, implemented proof of stake on top of CryptoNote, and then we launched it in 2018. We launched Zana on top of Bulberry. We made a coin swap from Bulberry owners, so they those who wanted me joined Zana, and then we've been doing innovations on top of Zana codebase. So that's a really short overview of the history. But what is important to mention that the codebase that we use is created completely by me in 2013. The same codebase is shared Monero. So we are one of the very few projects that never copied any other projects. The whole codebase built by our team, Zana team. Everything is made by our own hands.
That's amazing. So you are the coder for CryptoNote.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I do remember Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin.
Yeah. That's the project with quite a questionable history, and one of the reasons I separated myself from this project. But yeah, I did the core development for this project.
Right, and Bitcoin I remember because I think it was the first privacy cryptocurrency of all. Because all the ones at the time, the other
Yeah,
cryptocurrencies.
been a project that was trying to implement privacy on top of Bitcoin code base, Dash, the project that's called now called Dash, with this super nodes. But we were the first project who, first of all, we built the whole new code base. That was first. We did it before Ethereum, before anyone else. We created new protocol, which included, on the protocol level, included privacy. So yeah, we did quite a lot of jobs there.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about Dash, but Dash isn't really private because it's.
Yeah, it was one of the first steps.
Yeah, but I do remember Bitcoin because all the other cryptos I remember at the time, like Feathercoin, I wonder where that one is now, and Nextcoin, they weren't private and they've all gone. I tell you, if anybody wants to do this, I have done this. Maybe it's worthwhile me doing it again, but I remember doing this a few years ago. If we go to what's that website where they have screenshots from the web archive, and I look at the top 100 for coin market cap in 2013.
Yeah. Everything was different.
It's very different. Very different. Okay. So and then from so Monero uses the CryptoNote code base, and they've developed it, but it's essentially CryptoNote. And Zano, you've developed CryptoNote more and more.
Yeah, we've been working focused on building a consensus model, which will help us to simply survive. Being a relatively small project, we were like it was like harder to resist like different attacks. And during the early days of Bullberry, the first project, I suffered few attacks on consensus, like different ones. So we spend a lot of efforts to solve these problems.
Okay, all right. So is Zano resistant to 51% attacks now, or you're still working?
Well, as far as I know, there is no projects that resisted to this attack, because like if you have a 51%, you can take over the network. The question is the price of the attack. And in Zano, we made the prices super expensive, because in proof of stake, you have to somehow take over 51% of the all coin supply to perform this attack, or different combination of proof of work and proof of stake. So if you want to have a less coins, for example, quad of the total supply, you need like 8 times more proof of work. So after all, like the summary math says that cost of attack, double spend attack on Zano would be like way more expensive compared to classical proof of work, compared to Satoshi, like Nakamoto consensus.
Right, and then anybody who wants to attack the coin this way would be much better off attacking some other coin that doesn't have the structure.
Yeah.
Because it would be cheaper. And just for people who don't know what that means, what we're talking about is where somebody gets 51% of the computing power of a particular cryptocurrency, and then they're able to produce more coins for themselves and then take them to an exchange, sell them for something else. Yeah,
produce or perform double spend attack, which is even more dangerous. And then it's can like ruin the whole project if you constantly do double spend attacks. Exchanges are going to delist you because they are suffer from this type of attacks, and then project may have a lot of problems.
Okay, all right. Well, I told you before we started recording that I'm one of the team at Pirate Chain, and I'm also very familiar with Conceal Network and Veruscoin, which has privacy features, and also Firo, which used to be Zcoin. I can't explain Firo's or Conceal Network's privacy code, how it does it, but Pirate Chain and Veruscoin, which has optional privacy, both use ZK snarks. So without getting too technical, what's the privacy strength of Zano? Is it like Monero's?
From privacy perspective, at this moment, we are, I cannot say that we are same level as Monero. Monero was focusing on a privacy research, and they did amazing job on privacy, on improving privacy on top of CryptoNote. And yeah, we have a lot of respect to researchers and mathematicians from Monero team. We even try to collaborate with them. And actually, what we're building right now, what we are running now in our test network, is using research that was done by Monero researchers. So we're kind of trying to collaborate all efforts together to build the privacy, to build the privacy in the industry. Yeah.
Okay, but then
So yeah.
in terms of the privacy, how does it compare, say, with Monero or Pirate Chain or Zcash or Dash?
Yeah, well, as far as I know, at this moment exist two approaches to build the privacy, to maintain the privacy in the blockchain. One is ZK snarks, and the whole family of the privacy technologies that been used by Zcoin, right, or Zcash. Well, I'm always confusing with the names. And the other approach is it's a ring signature that was firstly introduced by CryptoNote and been approved by Monero researchers. And also on top of this, it's been a technology that hide not only links between transactions, that hide the addresses of the users from the blockchain. It's also been made a technology that hide amounts that transaction is sending. And originally, this technology was proposed by, as far as I know, by Gregory Maxwell, like quite some time ago. And then a Monero community adopted it. In the first implementation, there was a few iteration of optimization of this algorithm with newer and newer technologies, modern math, and I think that's the difference. And ZK snarks based project, they have a bigger anonymity set, but normally there is a questions about trusted setup, which they probably I'm not sure, but they probably solved this already. And with a ring signature based, the anonymity set is smaller, but it doesn't need any trusted setup.
Right.
So yeah, that's quite known pros and cons.
Yes. Yeah, and for people who aren't particularly technical, so my understanding or a layperson's explanation of trusted setup or how ZK snarks works is if you and I were in the same room and we were going to do a cash transaction, you were going to buy pounds off me and I was going to buy euros off you. We can both see that, I've got in my hand the pounds we've agreed, you've got in your hand the euros that we've agreed. But with a privacy crypto, the code can't see that because they're not necessarily in the same room, but the code has to be able to recognize that the amounts are there as agreed. And the trusted setup is a process by which that can be checked without disclosing the identity or the addresses or the amount that's in those addresses. I think that will do. That's my best attempt at it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now let's just talk about some of the details of the coin, the tokenomics. What's the transaction time? What's the limit? How do they get created? It's proof of work and proof of stake. So how many are getting created? How long is it? An infinite emission schedule, or does it end?
Yeah, we have an infinite emission schedule. We generate one. We have a quite low inflation, like a pressure on the price from inflation. We can afford to make a quite low block reward because we believe we have a quite strong consensus model. We have a block reward 1 coin, and it's generated every minute. One block is proof of work, one block is proof of stake. The core always prefer the most diverse subchain. So of course we cannot control because it's kind of independent process, a proof of work generation, a proof of stake generation. But with like some probability, they do one after other. So that's how we secure the transaction history. To take over the blockchain, you have to perform both and proof of work and proof of stake blocks.
Right.
Otherwise, the core will always be it will have a preference of the most diverse chain. So
right.
That's the key. And what else?
What's the staking reward?
If we talk about percentage, yearly, it's really not much, and it depends from how much people are staking. So for example, if everybody, it's like everyone who hold the coin doing the staking, theoretically, the they're gonna make, I think, 5 or 6% per year, not much.
Okay.
But the thing is, not everybody is taking, because like if you have a small amount of coins, it's not profitable for you, because like even cost of electricity will be more to keep running the computer with the wallet. And at this moment, only according to our calculation, only 60% of the whole coin supply, emitted coin supply, is participating in staking. So the profitability is about like 12% or 10%, something like that.
Okay. So
but it's always the people who participate in staking, they always find some sort of the balance. So if it's not enough interest to do staking, some people quit, and when they quit, the interest rise, because amount of the coins emitted every day are the same, and it's divided between all the people who participate in staking. So it's always defined equilibrium.
Yes. And how did you manage to make staking private? How can you do that with a privacy coin?
I mean, originally the staking that we had in Zano, that we launched it in 2018, in Zano at this moment we do not hide amounts of transactions. We do not hide. So because we are proof of stake, we didn't make this hiding of amounts, because during all this year it's assumed it's impossible to build a proof of stake with the hidden amounts. And yeah, we also was thinking that. And in Zano, including right now, in the mainnet, amounts are open. You can see the amounts, and the staking with this works with, it's based on key images, and that's technology is described in the white paper. I will not go like deep in the tech details, but it was kind of like not really challenging. It was quite obvious. And after quite long research, our engineer, Val, is in the office directly in front of me right now. He come up to idea how to make proof of stake even with the hidden amounts, which sounded like fantastic at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then we started to keep doing research. We hired few people to review, as opponents, to help us to find problems. And one of the people who did a lot of help was Koi, mathematician from Monero. He, at the beginning, we hired him as a reviewer, but he started to throw different ideas. So he did quite a significant help to build this technology. And so we come up with something that we call Zirconium. It's a technology that let you preserve the hidden amounts and build on top of this absolutely decentralized proof of stake, which is amazing, I believe.
Okay. Now I appreciate you haven't got too technical, but you've worked out a way that it hides the amount that's being staked.
Yeah.
And people are and the staker is able to get rewards.
Yeah, staker is getting rewards, but nobody can see how much. So the way staking works in the most of the, I wouldn't say every, like there is a different approach to building proof of stake, but the way staking, the model that we use, that it says that you have a wallet and you have different outputs like coins in your wallet, and the more coins you have, the more chances to build a block you're supposed to have, right? And the problem is that you don't want to reveal how much money you have or what inputs, what the value of these inputs are. And the magic is that we come up with an idea how to build the mathematical statement, that commitment that says that according to current proof of stake difficulty in the network, and according to my hidden amounts, I can prove that I can build this block. And you do this, you give this commitment, you give this proof, and that doesn't reveal how much money you have, but it proves that you have a right to sign the block.
Right.
That's the thing that do the trick.
Okay, a sort of like a verification process, a bit like the verification, the trusted setup with ZK Snarks. I'm not saying it's the same technology, but it's the same process.
Well, except there is no trusted setup. I mean, it's
right. Okay, yeah. Some way of confirming.
Yeah, kind of. it's called zero knowledge proof, of course. Yeah, but zero knowledge proofs, it's like the whole family of different proofs. It's like it's not the particle technology.
Yeah.
Zcash use very particular, very sophisticated technology, and it also called the zero knowledge proof. Yeah, but we use something different.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if somebody wanted to get some Zano, what are the exchanges that it's available on?
Yeah, that's the good question. At this moment, we have a few exchanges. The most liquidity we have on the Trade Dogger exchange that looks quite shady. You don't have any verification. They don't have pairs to fiat money, but you can change it to Bitcoin or to stable coins. But the other thing that we were working on, and the other quite important innovation that we are building right now, is a tokenization on top of Zano. And with the new with this Darkanum hard fork that we're going to have in a few months, that's something that we're doing tests right now in the test network. You can transfer not only Zano through this private transaction, you can make a set, for example, like any stable coin or something, on top of Zano blockchain, and do a transfer in Zano transaction any of these tokens. And from a third-party observer, you cannot even say what are being transferred in this transaction. Is it Zano going transferred, or it's some token going to be like being transferred, or something else? You cannot see how much, you cannot see what transferred, and that's what we're trying to build. And the second thing that we're trying to deliver there is we want to make exchange operation also on the top of Zano blockchain. So when you, for example, have a Zano coin, sort of wrap it Ethereum inside a Zano chain, or USDT wrap it in Zano blockchain. For example, you want to change USDT for rapid Ethereum, you can do it in one single transaction, one single Zano transaction, which do transferring the both sides at the same moment. So what we're trying to build is the privacy, the huge privacy liquidity, the big market of private and liquid assets on top of Zano blockchain. That's I think very important, because at these times a lot of exchanges, they don't really like to list privacy projects, or like I can understand why. And so we think that our goal is to build liquidity tools inside Zano.
Okay, now that's extraordinary. I know Veruscoin are working on something like that, but what you're talking about is a blockchain that allows for exchanges between different cryptos.
Yeah, it's actually quite simple. We've been using technology that we call the consolidated transactions. It's actually when one person can create the first part of transaction, and the second person will create the finalize the transaction. And the thing is that the first person who created this first part of transaction, he just put the condition that he want to exchange. For example, I want to exchange this amount of USDT, and in output he put, I want to get back to my address this amount of rapid Ethereum. And he sent this like half-made transaction, which is not valid yet. To make it valid, you have to put the missing parts into it. You have to add missing rapid Ethereum into this. And the second party of this transaction, he sent it like this draft of transaction. He or she look into it, see that all conditions they agreed. He filled this transaction. They go it into network, and that's like it's truly atomic, because before, like 2 years ago, we did a hash time locked contract, which used in atomic swap, but actually it's turned out that it's not really useful, because in atomic swaps are not really atomic, because you have to make 4 transactions. You do the proposal, hash time locked contract, the other side have to do another transaction, then you do like reveal the secret, then other party reveal secret, and in this scheme always one of the parties always have advantage above other, because the final move you can wait and see what's going to be with the price. But what we're doing is it's all going to be done in one transaction. You just execute this transaction or not. So I think it's going to be more effective. I believe it's going to be more effective.
And now, when is that going live?
That's the good question. Yeah, we are right now. We're running. I think we're going to launch the second test network in the next week or in 2 weeks. And right now we're running in the private test net. We don't want to share with anyone. It's too early, but we don't want to rush with this because the price of error, the price of a mistake is going to be really high. So I think few months we need to run all experiments and run some bounty programs for people who will be looking for problems. So I think few months, at least.
Which means that if anybody's interested in getting some Zano, they've got plenty of time to do some research and start picking it up and stacking some Zano.
Yeah, of course. Join our Discord. Do experiments. You can mint your token, your private token in Zano testnet. You do some experiments. It's still a lot of problems. We have a lot of bugs right now. It's very, I would say it's developers network. We fixing right now the most of the problems. So we just do first steps with this. But I think the people who feel enthusiastic about this stuff, they can all already come and see what we're doing. And
that's pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
And just to let people know, we're recording this on the 14th of February. So within a week or two of the 14th of February, this should be the testnet should be available as a public testnet, and people can. And I'll have the links to the Discord in the description below, and also your Twitter and your website. And if people want to, in the meantime, they can go to TradeOgre, which seems to do, apart from Bitcoin, USDT, Ethereum, and Litecoin. All the other cryptos are privacy cryptos. All of the Nero, Monero, Pirate Chain, Conceal Network, they're all privacy cryptos. So you can go to TradeOgre for that. If they want a wallet, they can download it from the website, I would assume.
Yeah, they can use mobile application, which is a little bit less private. Like if we speak in a classic privacy model, but it's easier to sync, faster. So yeah, but desktop wallet is the best option, of course.
Right. Okay. Now you said you're in the office, and there's some other team members in the office with you. So
yeah, we work together with.
So you guys are obviously earning. You don't do this as a charity. You have.
No, it's a full-time job. We get paid for that, like with coins, and we're doing this for years. It's been like only Zano itself been launched like 5 years ago, so it's like we have a long history of working on this project.
So how is it funded?
As I think at the most of the projects we have a dev fund. It's an amount of coins allocated at the beginning of the launch of the project, and we sell these coins and fund ourselves.
Right. So it's not
that's quite easy. But like the goal is to survive only on staking. So, but this needs the price of the Zano should be on some certain level, like above $10 for the. If we have like a $10 for coin or more, we can fund our development like forever. We're never gonna exhaust the fund because we live on the staking. But we managed to find supporters who support our development at this moment during this crypto winter. For the last few months, we've been funded without even selling the fund. We got supported people who interested to build on top of Zano, build some new products. They're interested in technology. They really like what we do, so they help us, and that's, I think, perfect synergy.
Yes. Okay. And is it a decent? I mean, you said you're a company, but is it like just a group of people working together? Is it how decentralized is it? Did you do a fundraise?
I wouldn't say we are a company in a classical meaning. I mean, we are a group of individuals who working together on this project, and we have a core team. We work together in the office right now, but it's been time when we were working in a distributed area, and we're now based in Montenegro, but we have the core team located here, but we also have a lot of people who we work with, different test engineer, some graphic designers, some people who manage community, like a lot of people. They are all over the world.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, and let me see if there's so we've covered the tokenomics, we've covered this team structure, we've talked about the technology, we've talked about what you've got coming up with the exchange, with the blockchain exchanges. Anything else you want to let us know? Anything we haven't covered?
I don't know. I mean, I can speak endless about our project.
All right. Well, listen, I don't think there's anything else unless we get too technical, and I'm a bit frightened about that, right? Okay. So if people want to get involved, they can join the Discord, follow you on Twitter, find out more, do their own research, have conversations.
Yeah, we have a papers that describe the theoretical part of what we're doing, but these papers are quite. That's a lot of math in these papers. Even for me, it's hard to read this because this is really hardcore. Right. But we are welcome everyone who interested in the technical side of the project, because we've been quite long in the industry, in the privacy area, and we really like what we do. And I myself more excited about technology, the technical part. I'm not really good talking about exchanges or
Andrey,
I'm not good at this.
You've done a great job. You've really done a great job with this general overview. And you know what you said about this has been going for 5 years. This is, and I'll say to people who are watching this is not a project that is fly by night. You launch, launch a code, pump it up.
Yeah, in industry we've been innovating for almost, I think, 10 years. We've been innovating 10 years. So I started to work on the blockchain 10 years ago when we started the CryptoNote project. And but Zano itself started 5 years ago, but it had the official launch was 5 years ago, but research and ongoing development been there for, I think, I cannot even separate, because from my perspective as engineer, I was doing the same for 10 years. I was working the same code base. I was improving it over and over again. So for me, it's the same project that I was doing 10 years. It was just changed the name and the philosophy a little bit.
Yes. And what that points to is how patience pays in the crypto space. You know, one of the things I say to my friends and family when I say, listen, you get some Bitcoin or get a solid cryptocurrency and come back, hold on to it for 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, 16 years, 20 years, then see how well you're doing, right?
Oh, yeah. We have a really die-hard supporters that we got first when I started Bulbury, in 2014. There was people who invested in Bulbury 9 years ago. And we still have their support. We know them personally. We meet them in a different part of the world, and we will see them in Mexico again. That we go on Monerotopia, and the same supporters keep helping us. That's make me really excited about what we're doing.
Yes, that is fabulous. That is fabulous. Okay, anything else you want to let us know before we finish up, Andrey?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, you should. I invite people to follow, subscribe, go join the Discord, go check this project out. Follow them on Twitter. If you have any comments or questions, put them on in the description. And the ticker symbol is ZANO. So please send me some ticker symbols as comments. So just put in the comment ZANO. Those comments. The more comments I get, the more likes I get, it just helps my channel grow. So I would appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with Zano profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Andrey signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.